YouTube. Good evening, everyone. Wait. Apa lu buat? Apa lu bikin?
Hello guys, we're gonna start soon. Are we starting? It's 8 o'clock already lah. Ni boleh tekan lah.
Start lah. Wait, kejap.
Wah, Chris boleh cari itu YouTube channel lah. I letak link tu.
Is it me?
Dia boleh cari lah.
I don't know is it me or you leh. But macam very isolated on the voice. Tak apa, kita langgar.
It's you.
Start sekarang.
It's you.
Maybe.
You lah.
Okay, start lah. Tak tekan.
Okay, start. Halo tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, and good evening. Can you hear me, Uncle Daniel?
Can. But a bit worried.
Can.
Oh, okay, finally. Oh, I thought our stream is not pushing out to LinkedIn. Habis kantoy. Okay, never mind.
Ada.
Watching.
Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Taiko, Chris. And for those joining us, we welcome you back again. Silalah drop your hello so that we know that you are around, because we like to greet every one of you. At least everyone lah. Okay. Open your mouth.
Boleh?
Everyone lah, Uncle. Everyone or selected everyone? Oh, really? Because today's our topic everyone lah. Because topic is Pantang, Larang, mungkin, right?
Alright. Kita share lo. They all don't know that we share. Hopefully dia jadi pandai sikit lo. Anyway, so good to have all of you here. So we already have some of our friends checking in. We've got Swilin, and then we've also got hang on, who's this?
That one is
Avril Francis Choobub. Hey, how's it going? How you been? It's been a while.
You know her.
She's in our connection. This has been a long while since tuning in. Anyway, your connections setting is turned on. That's why we can't see your photo and your name, but good to see you. And we've got Yani as well. Apa khabar? There's Yan.
Hello. Zulaika, hello Zul. Hi is who?
Hi is
Yuzen.
Why like that? Why so shy like that?
Oh.
Hannah.
Hello. And William sekali. Taiko.
Okay.
Welcome. Good evening.
Quite a bit of you here. So good to see all of you. So again, as you can see tonight, the topic that's scrolling at the bottom, Pantang, Larang, LinkedIn, how not to scare people. There's some etiquette that we could learn a thing or two about how to observe them and not to, takutkan orang. At the end of the day, all of us are here for different reasons and we want to engage with people, kan? So clearly we want to not make enemies or people to avoid us. Macam, hey, who is this fella? Xiao Kia. You Xiao Kia?
You Xiao lah. But my surname is Xiao also.
Anyway, so we like to have your thoughts. If you have any likes or dislikes about the topic, what do you do when you deal with this kind of scenarios if it happens to you? So let us know through your comments. In the meantime, we're gonna kick off tonight's episode. All right, so stay tuned, and here's our intro.
Okay, bye. Wow, every time I hear the intro, it feels like not too long ago.
Erica, do you want
Ah,
to announce first before we kick off our first topic, our first discussion next week?
announce. Oh, okay. So
Oh,
guys,
oh,
lupa lah. So guys, next week, we won't be doing this two side by side thingy lah. So we'll be actually doing right from the stage. I think it's pseudo half stage. It's not exactly completed yet because tak cukup duit to want to buy all the props and stuff like that. But we're getting there. But at least the main stuff that for us to put our buntots down and for the stuff that we can go live, then we'll do it at our current stage lah. So Uncle will fly down from Penang. I don't know
oh,
what's the topic yet. So he'll be wearing sarong, okay. Tak
huh?
pakai baju, okay.
Oh,
Then he'll be having some nipple guard and just to tampal there so that it doesn't become too obscene, right?
you long wait You-
Please recommend mana nak beli tu nipple guard because pharmacy Watson Guardian cannot find so far. But I'm trying to find so that I can plaster some on Uncle there. The patches. Ideal.
nonsense. Anyway, yeah. So we'll be going live on set. All right, and that's what's going to happen. So stay tuned, and we'll be transitioning to our new program as well, and it will be known as Sarong and Slippers. Yeah, that's that.
So
All right. So
today TKSS is kind of the last one.
yeah, yeah. Tonight's the last one. Based on
Yeah.
what we've been doing for the past 3 years.
So today is hashtag tukar kepada sarong slipper lah. Sarong slipper.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, exciting time. So let's move on to our new what am I talking about? Our first discussion topic tonight. All right. So how should we
Uncle
engage?
sudah excited. New words pun
What's
lari.
Very. How are you not excited, man? I mean, this has been a long time coming, planning, and finally coming to fruition. Are you excited?
Okay.
How? Macam mana? How do you engage with others? How would you like others engaging with you, strangers for the first time?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not talk virtual first, okay? It's just like basic human to human connection, meeting somebody new. You say hi. I mean, we are not angmos lah. We don't go and say how's the weather, we don't talk about weather and stuff like that. But most of the time we say dah makan ke belum or sarap ke belum ke. No. Everything related to food lah. But how do you actually engage strangers or people whom you are not very familiar with? Let's take it in a very physical context, offline manner, not on social media yet. How do you do it? Okay. I mean, kids is easy lah, but as adults, like we said last week, if we send uncle to go and talk to a lady by the roadside, hey, my name's Daniel, sure kena tampar sekali lah on the face lah. So
not so bad lah. Okay, that depends also. What are we gonna talk about?
probably is your hums up face. That's why you kena tampar lah.
Don't try the hard sell lah. Okay, don't know people.
Yeah.
Want to try hard sell.
But can be done or not?
Can be done. Can be done. Can be done. But do it tactfully lah. Do it right. So and don't just. I approach strangers a lot, especially when I travel. And when I'm lost, I ask for directions. Just tebalkan muka lah. Go say, hey, I'm not from around here. I need to go to some place, and can you help me, point me the right direction, how to take the LRT? I've done that many times, even in KL. Macam mana nak ambil LRT kat mana, benda macam tu. So yeah,
but the one you have a motive, right? But what happens if you don't have a motive?
Then why are we approaching people for no reason?
Correct.
Can
that's what we do on social media, right? We comment on each other's posts, right? So what's the motive? Sometimes we don't have motive. How?
How? Like you lah. Why we going to people? Why? Pasal lah.
If Daniel approached strangers, I'm sure they would want to talk to him lah. Why, Siwa? Why?
Why?
Is it because of his way that he say things, or is it because of his finally he has some hair on it? It doesn't look like some hooligan. Okay.
What do you think? Not bad.
Yeah. Why? Okay.
Why?
So that's something to consider, especially when it comes to face-to-face meetups lah. But then again, things are very different when it comes to social media as well. I mean, LinkedIn is kind of full of people lah, virtual people per se, until you meet them in person lah. Handsome lah, handsome is me lah, Siva.
Don't jealous kan?
Orang salah lah.
Alamak, muka kesian semua orang nak tolong. Allah.
Alamak, uncle kat muka kesian.
Habis lah. So yeah, I mean, it applies, how we do it, even on cyberspace. So clearly, for all of us here, most of us are just here not for any particular reason. Some are job seekers, some are not job seekers, some are business owners. Like I myself, am just here to join in the fun and engage with people and just be part of a camaraderie. So it could just be as that simple as that. There's no ulterior motive. Tapi kan, some of us may have some motives. Maybe we want to connect with like-minded individuals within the same industry that we're in to potentially develop some opportunities to work together. It doesn't have to be sales. It could be a partnership of some sort, just like how these two buntuts met in the first place once upon a time. So, oops.
Daniel went to Gosok his buntut against mine.
Oh,
unfortunately.
How? So anyway, so how do you do it? So I've done it many times, asking for directions, for example. Even if there's no reason,
you like directions, when the lights are off, you also ask for directions, right?
No need one, they can feel it. There. Siva, thanks for checking in. So as long as the comment makes sense or induces engagement, I don't think people will mind.
Induces engagement.
Induce. Betul juga?
Betul.
Apa lagi ya? Let me see ya. There are some comments coming in. Sekarang muka berbalut sampai mata sampai scam.
True lah. Ramai scam lah. Memang betul lah. Ada banyak scam, tapi not everybody is scam lah. Ada yang memang scam, tapi kena hati-hati lah when you kind of connect with people kan. Sometimes you tengok profile pun you nampak macam very scammy already. Itu jangan connect lah. Suruh dia connect tempat lain. Connect jauh-jauh.
I for one, so I receive a few requests, from time to time. So, the way how Eric and I we write, right, our content, our posts, we use Manglish and sprinkled with some Bahasa Melayu lah. And clearly, some friends from Singapore or even Indonesia can understand and relate. That's who we are. We want to engage and just chit-chat with. But we are also okay if there are those from outside from this region, but it's just that a bit kekok lah, if someone like Angmo or what, right, who clearly have nothing to do with us, living in a different zone or continent that has got no clue, well, most of them don't have any idea of the language PM kan. So I find it a bit weird, that why are we connecting? I'm okay with that, but it's just me lah. I tend to decline. Maybe that's also explains between Eric and I how many followers that we have. Eric has been like pushing 11,000 ish, and I'm barely 2.8k. So, what do you think? Do you just simply accept connection requests all the time? Just yes.
Your level tu atas lah.
Hey, I don't like that.
Don't lah hard sell so much.
Jual mahal.
Dia jual mahal. Nothing to sell. Dia jual mahal.
Mahal. Tila, okay, we're talking about face-to-face. She connects easily. Somehow, dia boleh converse with strangers and always get information out very fast. Oh, you be careful. I don't want to later leak our credit card or banking details macam mana. Joking. Tila.
That one seeing all.
Seeing all. And what I see is in this stream tonight. I'm not sure. I don't really see him around.
CA lives on LinkedIn lah.
Celine, yeah, yes, she will do some filtering. Well, there we go.
Mm,
So,
yeah lah.
let's
Then
hmm?
this one,
Hmm.
the online persona one first.
Let's switch it to how we deal with things in cyberspace. Fire away. Tell us your secret sauce.
Okay, guys. So now that we roughly have an idea generally how we do it or how we reach out to others, how we talk to one another, right? Do you think it's necessary to put up online persona, something that is a little bit different from your usual self? Sometimes when you meet the person in real life, the person is relatively quiet. They don't really talk much, but online, it's like, whoa, like some hyperactive fella like uncle like that, right? Oh, talk. But behind the scene, right, he's just like quiet, yeah, don't say anything else, just doesn't seem to match the online and the offline persona. But you need sometimes an online persona to reach out to your audience. But when people meet you in person, it doesn't seem like you kind of don't know the person, It's like, is this the Daniel Go that I know? He's because the way he say things is totally different. The way he responded doesn't fit the mindset of, or at least what I have imagined him to be when I meet him in person from the way he writes. So do we need an online persona in that sense? What do you guys think?
Siva, either we accept all connection requests. Hari-hari kau Max punya should have a huge network unless everyone want to connect. Yes, but speaking of that, if hari-hari you send out a max connection also, the LinkedIn algorithm also may be thinking you're a bot, and then kena warning
Yeah,
lah,
yeah.
Yeah, so
The rule is jangan main connect lah every day. Tak bagus tau. Depending on how you interpret that lah, but jangan main connect lah.
Right. So Tila, she's sharing a little bit deeper of her experience, what she has gone through, and she filters a lot due to some bad experience when she first started out in social media. So she learned through the hard way, lah, to really find out before pressing the accept button. I wonder what she saw in us to actually accept our request to get connected years ago. Anyway, we are very thankful that we are not categorized as creepers in your books. But yeah, that's a very good idea. So, what Eric mentioned earlier, there are a lot of fake profiles. Some of us may have experienced that we have duplicate profiles, which clearly we did not create our photos up there and all that. And even there are some profiles who have absolutely no details, no photo. The experience macam kurang juga, and just reaching out to us. Follower count very little. So, fishy lor. Tukar baju. But you met her just now.
No, I spoke with Sharon at 5 just now. I was wearing some apek kind of baju. The white color one.
Tell us something new.
No lah, you saw it before ma.
I don't want to see. I don't want to know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hi Cheryl. Don't want to know. You're just trying to erase it from your mind.
Let's get back to this. Need an online persona. So, do we need an online persona? Is entirely up to you. But as long as just be true to yourself. I have a very different persona, especially when I suit up. The only reasons why I suit up is because of
jual
people
mahal again. Jual mahal. Itu je.
You ask you to suit up, you never suit up. I wear shorts and slippers today. When it's your turn to suit up?
I suit up. Then you cannot take it anymore already. You melt already.
Try. Sarung slippers you suit up. I pakai sarung. Nak on.
Okay, can. Tapi I buy you nipple guard, okay? Tak boleh pakai baju
Nonsense you.
Why the pause there? Why the pause? Alamak, dia kena blur already.
So yeah, I mean, we all have our own persona depending on who we meet, right? So I was sharing that I behave very differently, especially when I stood up, not because to reflect the clothes that I wear, no, but it's because of the people who I'm meeting, the type of audience. So that just explains it, and that's typically in a very professional work setting. But truth be told, I don't really wear suits if I can escape lah. Siapa mau pakai suit? Malaysia weather panas, bro. So if not having to meet those kind of guys or ladies, in that setting, t-shirt, polo tee, maybe smart casual sudah lah kan, So
Birthday suit lah.
itu that one only for my roommate. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let's see the comments coming in right now.
Zero state, wait, let's connect.
Ini
Connect yang
abang.
masa tu. Let's connect. Bulan
Bagus.
puasa ni,
Apa khabar?
we need to bertaubat sikit.
Hmm,
Don't lah, cakap connect. Uncle, please,
don't. Shh.
Bye.
See you. Thank you for joining us. All right. Thank you so much. Take care. Okay. So,
Okay lah. So the bottom line is whether online persona is necessary. I think is entirely up to you. Tapi janganlah keluar sana scam people. Try to make somebody life miserable and don't sell anything lah. Because sometimes we need different reasons why we carry out the persona. But if all for good reasons, okay, to capture your audience, to get the people that who likes this kind of, like, let's say you are someone who tells jokes, or you want to be like Uncle Roger like that, then yeah, by all means you can create a persona. But as long as genuinely you are a person as a whole and you're kind and just be nice to everyone, I think that's all fine. This depends on the line of work code. So it's okay lah to be yourself, or sometimes you just need to, like, again, Uncle Roger is a fine example where his offline online persona is totally different. He doesn't talk like that in real life. So but it works for him.
that explains. Yeah, that's just one of the examples out there. So let us know, do you need an online persona for whatever reasons that you need it for? Let us know. Maybe we can learn a thing of two as well too. So right, no wrong. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have already answered this question, we'll move on. Is there a place for hard sellers?
Let's define hard sellers first lah. So what are hard sellers? Hard sellers are someone who, without knowing you, gonna push you a product, push you a service that expecting you to buy from upfront. Like those you go to the malls and somebody asks you to sign up for the credit card. Those are typically the physical face-to-face hard sellers lah. Or you go to supermarket, then there's one auntie there. Leng chaya, you want to try this or not? Very nice one those kind of this susu very nice one made from uncle one so everything picit naturally one. So you want to try those kind of stuff, right? Those kind of characters, I would say is kind of like hard selling. But online you have a different baitila. So online you have like a different version of hard sellers, whereby they will DM you or they will put comments inside your post to get your attention, or sometimes they totally ignore the post and they put the link there so that people will actually divert them to another place, another site to sell them something. So hard sellers.
Really, really hate that. And I personally just dislike that to the core. I mean, fair enough, you want to engage, fine lah, at least have a fair bit of EQ to try to gel into the conversation, the theme, the vibe, rather than just tiba, out of the blue, no relation to the topic whatsoever, and you just dump in your information there, and just come on, man. It's like anyway. Sorry, I tekan again. Yeah.
Bawa pun hard sekali. Tolonglah. Ini kita live tau, jangan main hard ni.
Sorry lah, I cannot help the size, bro. Anyway,
this size ke length.
So, is there a place for hard sellers? It really depends on you. I've just said my piece earlier, and I think Eric have said his as well too, by referencing to some examples that we meet in the shopping malls. No doubt, nothing against the credit card salesman in particular. They're also cari makan one, right? And I think, in my experience, most, if not all of them, are very polite and respectful when you tell them no, you're not interested, and perhaps they feel that they want to still break the ice further. Perhaps you can share with me. I can give you a consultation. Oh, okay lah. But if you say no, that you say no, thank you, I think they'll back off. Generally speaking, lah. Yeah. So not to tikam those fellas, they also cari makan also lah. Yeah. But I think there's a space to understand a no means no, no thank you. So yeah, I don't know. Itu saja.
I think I just want to bring up Amiro's point, right, which I think is also relevant. Line persona is somehow necessary. At least it can help oneself to navigate social media to get the expected outcome or target. Yeah, true. Because you're trying to look for your audience, right? So depending on what kind of audience you're looking for, you may need to tweak a little bit of your personality. No right, no wrong. No right, no wrong. As long as the intentions are real and true, I think that's all good.
Yep.
Semua bagus.
Another example is that recruiters, okay, who are in the industry of hiring people or sourcing for talents, job seekers, usually. So that is an example where they have got to establish themselves as an established recruiter, so that potential job seekers are confident to be in touch with them, and get in contact with them, share some details, and start discussing. Because after all, think about it: when you are talking to a recruiter, right, they are not just helping you to connect to a potential to a potential future of yours that may help you down the road, but they also want to understand what are you looking for, your goals, your aspiration, to kind of have a proper idea whether is this something that you would consider or not. And it's a lot, okay? But the point I'm trying to say here is that during that conversation, there will be a lot of privileged information, private details that we would not normally get unless that kind of conversation take place. So would you really want to talk to someone, reveal those kind of info if you're not confident of that person? So personal branding, I mentioned before, or corporate for that matter, is important, like online persona. Yeah.
Like how we're going to do a hard sell now. So we have this Choobub club coming on.
Are we doing hard sell now? Really? Didn't get a memo. Anyway, yeah, carry on.
So we have this commando club coming up. Okay, we are still trying to gather enough pool of people so that everybody will come to be able to attend workshops, learn stuff from communication skills to writing, branding, marketing. How to dress yourself, how to actually speak properly, and also maybe how to all this being impressive on the first get-go, like creating a very good first impression and stuff like that. So we'll have modules after modules for these workshops, and details are there. And of course, it's also an area for us to bring in groups of people so that you can network with one another, so that you have an opportunity to meet people from other industries, chat with them, learn new stuff, shake hand, literally connect face to face rather than just through LinkedIn alone. You get to know them in person. So do drop in your interest. It's not we are not completely open yet. We are just gathering amount of interest that we will reach out to you personally when the time comes. But if you like it, links here. Uncle is interested to see you. Can.
But you rest assured that again, this is something we're just putting out there. Whether you take it or not, that's entirely fine. But we will not say, "Hi dear, join us, Commando Club. Kotek besar weh."
Huh? You know our conversation from beginning to the end, tak habis kotek.
Memang hard sell mah. It's just like you don't know anybody, you're going to hard sell. It's like, imagine, hey, hi,
boss,
Eric, you very
morning.
handsome.
Is it morning?
Oh yeah,
afternoon.
he's in the UK. No, afternoon already.
Lunch break, lunch break.
Lunch
Oh,
break.
no,
Yeah.
pause time. Oh my God, sorry.
Good to see you, sir. Right. So
Yes,
anyway, let's move on.
great to see you too.
It's already almost 8:30. Should we
Looking. You
looking
want to teach also? I can open up one big screen there. You can teach. You want or not?
teach what?
I don't know. Fly aeroplane.
Right, aeroplane. Don't Right. Right. Should we be honest with our intentions? And what's there to hide? I mean, I don't know. I haven't have any reason why is there a need to hide. In fact, what's the intention to begin with that is so hard to share with people? You know, I can't think of any. Let us know if you have anything that crosses your mind that an intention, whether is it good or not. Okay, if it's not good, of course we want to hide, lah, right? But if it's good, right, is there a reason why we want to hide or have difficulty to be honest about it? Let us know your thoughts. Maybe you can explore from there. Um, yeah, so that's that. Yeah, let's visit some comments that's just come in.
I'm just
Come on.
curious. This
No,
one,
no, no,
no
no,
need.
no, no, no need lah. No need to go commando also. You can wear underwear.
This
Okay?
one need. This one need.
For him, okay. For me, okay, a very nice one. You just handshake sudah. Hey, Eric, apa khabar? That's all.
You know, I wanted to ask Boss Ishak, no? Boss, I mean, you've been there for quite a while. Do you miss home? Tak? I mean, the people, the festive season that's coming on.
You don't make people homesick, can or
Do you
not?
miss
All right?
us or not?
Friends, 7 hours away by flight. Okay.
I mean, yeah, ma, it is what it is, ma. He's so far away and he's tuning in to watch us, you know. So there is some level of. Do you
Hope
feel
you're good.
touched?
Yes, today is public holiday. It's Easter Monday, which is observed there. You see this fella? Give them one finger. Give him, okay, not me. All right, an Ishak response. Yeah, so we're with you. We're with you, definitely,
Yes.
especially
Yes,
the
yes.
local delicacies here. Yeah.
Mm.
So we're gonna go back to our topic earlier. Should we be honest with our intentions? So, Eric, what was your intention earlier when you talk about Commando Club earlier? Let's use that as an example.
Well, my intention is just to gather people, and I don't think I want to hide behind words. If I want to promote it, I tell it, but before I do that, right, that is the reason I'm comfortable doing it because I kind of know. I can't say I know everybody in the chat because some of you are still very shy. Don't drop hi, but you are here for the first time. Do write us a hello so that we know that you're around. But majority of the ones that said hi are the ones that we actually know, either be it through comment chats through LinkedIn or we actually met in person already. That's why I'm not too afraid of just put it out there so that everybody knows. I mean, of course, it needs a bit of thick face, but it is what it is. Again, I just want to let everybody know that I have this going on. If you see value in it, by all means, feel free to join it. I'm not forcing it down in your throat. But I don't think we should hide because ultimately we just want to gather people. We also want to make a living, gather people, then enough to put nice for the team to makan, that kind of stuff. So
it is a paid subscription,
yes.
clearly, and we're not going to hide that fact. And but the thing is this: we receive some great feedback from all of you out there, especially those who have met us in person. Given the fact that we've done 2 years worth of open day, one was way back in 2021, and one's recently, just last year, 17th of December. So our first year we had a limited 30 people, right? And last year we increased it to 50. So lots of new faces who give us positive feedback in what's going on, what's happening, what took place, what we were doing, and how is it that we can then provide value at the same time monetizing it. We're not going to hide the fact that this is a paid service. Again, But like what Eric said earlier, if there's a value to whatever that is it that you're doing or what you're looking for, that could potentially open certain doors of opportunities for you, why not? And I think that's also in line with what Eric and we believe in. Not just he and I, but our team. That's why we started TKSS in the first place years ago. Yeah.
Mm.
So
So, Cheryl, just now tactful enough or not? I plonk in the link. Yes, I think is you need to read the room. You need to look at the right moment before you kind of sell something. But yes, there's no reason to hide. But cannot hard sell all the time lah. Okay, must find the right moment to do it lah.
correct. Correct. Oh, there we go. Thanks again. So it's people like
Yeah,
Abang Isha. Abang Isha, we met him in person. He was with us during the first edition of the open day. And there we go. So okay, both subscription
boleh,
and paid
boleh.
participation. Thank you. Thank you. Good, good,
I
good, good,
will
good, good.
also put that up as part of the thing. I think it's a very good, solid suggestion as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
Mm.
All right. So so Sayang also agrees lah. So if someone hard sells in the first message, it's quite rude lah, right? I mean, clearly we don't really know who that person is.
That's why lah,
And
Sao Yong. I told you so many times, don't sell me your underwear already. I don't want lah. You want you
Aiyo.
go approach uncle lah. They want the pink color one lah. They want uncle's taste lah, not mine. Boleh lah, Sao Yong.
Wow. I didn't see that coming. I cannot brain, the color imagery. Ooh la la. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know Sayong, Sayong clearly has been featured in Eric's post at least twice in the past week. I hope you enjoyed that the videos as well. And so yeah, how about you? Should you be honest in your intentions? Why are you here on LinkedIn? Are you here to do business? Are you here just to network without any particular goal in mind? Just riding along the wave, the journey, and see where that takes you. What is it? Or even for those of you who may be tuning in, you may be students, final year students looking for internship opportunities, graduate
Students.
students.
Students, audience, students.
My England flew back to London. Anyway, so yeah, what is it? What is it? Let us know. Okay. So hey.
Yo, brother. Finally got time
Bang.
Oh, ni orang asyik kerja ni pergi cari teks saja, texting people.
I scared I later when we sit down with him later he bincang sama
Yesterday I bincang with him also. I scared already. Tell me all the rules and regulations. Take wala.
We should know as long as we're here by the rules. I think we should be fine. Kan, Ishad?
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. Okay.
Giving for taking.
In social media, I mean, sometimes giving before taking. We can give in many ways. It could be giving a like, support, just to show that you're reading the post, you're engaging the post, or even dropping a comment. Okay. Constant giving. Before you don't even know the person, straight away you drop a please buy from me. I got this service, please buy from me. Okay. Or you just connect with the person and say, I got this thing, you want to, I got this, no offense to all these financial planners and insurance agents out there, right? Oh, no. Every message that came in, there was a standard template, So it's like everybody thinks that I have a financial issue or that I've not planned well enough. They open up the statement like that as if like, you don't even know me. How you know? How you know to sell with a standard template message, that kind of stuff. So before that, should we be giving before actually taking?
Apa macam? Let us know. So, Ashad dropped by earlier and mentioned that he's here to know some awesome people, all right? And Abang Isha also mentioned he's here or have been here to be, to enjoy everything that this platform has got to offer, LinkedIn. And yeah, so Abang Isha is one of the good examples. He's not here to do any business. He's literally here just to interact and socialize virtually, considering he's all the way in the UK. And so we have got a question from Yu Cheng. How do we balance without how do we balance giving without burning out?
I
Well,
got an answer for this based on research one.
mm,
100 hours of giving per month will make you a very fulfilled person. But
100
giving,
hours.
yes, 100 hours.
Yeah,
Based
30
on
days.
research, 30 days.
So about 3 hours per day. Well, that's a
Oh,
lot, right?
ah, mm. So 100 hours per month, but not giving just for the sake of giving, but intentional giving that you know the end result and the outcome that you're giving. Because just pure giving, you burn yourself out. But if you give and you know the outcome, like let's say you donate the money to the orphanage, and you see that the orphanage uses the money to build up the kids' education fund and they put it in good use, then you see the outcome, then yes. But you give and that's it, you move on, you give, and that's it, you move on and you give, but you don't see what's being done with the money, and then yes, you get burned out. So
Mm.
intentional giving is necessary, and the cap for it is 100 hours. Anything more than that, pretty much is just already at the plateau already. You don't actually get more than that. So for self-fulfillment wise, 100 hours per month.
There you go. I'm not even sure if I reach 100 hours. I mean,
Mm.
I got better things to do. Just saying. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, wow, 100 hours is quite a lot. In fact, three
It's a lot.
hours. It's also how we live our lives, and we are intentional in how we live our lives. Take for example, so Eugene, you've been a recipient of all those sessions you've attended through Prime for Success. All the mentors have made a very conscious decision to spend those hours on every Fridays, and they have done this rotation to also cater to their personal lives in order not to have them burning out, right? So I hope that answers your question. And it's also another more relatable context is that if you wish to contribute some monetary donations, clearly you will want to know that, you know, how much that you have and how much would you be comfortable giving before burning yourself up by makan rumput kan. So hope that answers your question. But then again, I mentioned earlier. So Dan, what you're talking about? You were talking about, the way how we live our lives as well too. If you happen to be in a workspace, most of us are, that is within a circle of influence. Doesn't matter, are we individual contributors or people leaders? We tend to exude a certain value, whether or not we realize it. Okay, the way how we behave, our choice of words, the way how we write our email, communication, that rubs off on people. So is that giving? I think so. I've received compliments from my recipients of those examples I've just mentioned earlier. Whether or not I was intentional or not, I was intentional in the way I do things to make sure my work quality speaks for myself. But I wasn't intentional in purposely doing it for the sake of giving value to people in that sense. Then again, it's still an indirect giving based on my intention to be 100% in my efforts. Does that answer your question? Or I'm talking nonsense, Eddie? I'm talking nonsense.
I don't know,
Should I-
man. Too cheap.
Anyway,
But to rewind a little bit back, I think what Uncle mentioned here is that to have a giving character, be it on social media, right? On social media, uh, how is it? How does it feel like to be giving? How can we give in the first place on social media? Well, you're actually giving without you knowing as well. You're giving time. You're spending time reading other people's posts. You're trying to engage, drop a comment, try to build up relationships. Those are actually very giving kind of characters. Now, what are taking is taking like means that again, you are there with a hidden motive. Udang di sebalik batu. Is it udang di sebalik batu?
yes,
Yeah,
udang
udang
is
di.
very bad.
Yes, yeah. So give without any intentions of getting anything in return, that is true giving. But giving with an intention hidden behind, then yeah, I don't think that is classified as giving. You are trying to seek something in return, you see.
Hmm.
Yeah, like that. expecting something else in return. So really have to consider our actions, like when you drop the comment, when you like the post and all. Are you really trying to engage the person for some hidden benefits, or you're just truly enjoying the post as a whole? You like it, you read it, you enjoy it, wow, chun, like. Or sometimes because of ego wise, it's so nice the post, tapi because you kecam the person, tak mau bagi like, comment pun tak mau comment, as read only, swipe fast. Ada. Got no,
Oh, I never come across that really.
Yeah. So ada juga there's different types of people lah. So giving on social media is a little bit different from face to face or physical, but again the intention counts lah, because give lah, bagi je. I'm not bagi je lah. No, bagi je means something else. When you just slap for the bagi je. bagi
So-
lah.
We oh hey Kak Ani, apa khabar?
Ini Kak Long, bukan Kak Ani.
Kak Long.
Rotan.
Ya, Kak Long.
Pergi rotan buntut, please.
In order to receive, you must give first. It also reminds me of another context. It also depends on what we do that speaks for ourselves, and that's how people will have confidence in us, and that's how recommendations and referrals are born. And when that happens, clearly, it is to our advantage, where others have the confidence in us, giving the good word about us to others. And yeah, it's a wonder. It's marvelous how that works. It manifests in its own way. I personally have gotten referrals myself, and for job opportunities, career advancement, you name it. So bagus Kak Long sudah masuk. So giving before taking, you agree or not? Let us know. Yes, no, drop us your comments. Now, hey, time passes very fast. So that 8:46. Let's go to the next one. What what irks us the most? Okay, what annoys you? Apa tu? Let us know. Okay, we want to really discuss about this.
What is it that you benci so much that people do to you on LinkedIn that you feel like if you can reach out and slap the fella, you just want to slap the fella?
Okay lah, not so violent lah.
But dah bulan puasa, okay.
Yeah.
Don't slap lah, don't.
I've
mental slap
in my mind.
Mental slap. Don't go physical slap, okay? That one we don't advocate violence, okay? Only uncle does it, but let's all be all be gentle people.
What irks all of us the most, including yourself? Let us know. So I have a few inputs about it. Eric, why don't you go first? This is going to be very interesting.
You go lah. I want to hear your input.
Tell lies, okay, about us, or just fabricate a story. I still remember all the berita that we had to find out from our fellow friends that we wanted to sell our headphones and our whatever gear that we're using for what this broadcast. Come on, man, how childish can that be? You know who you are. I'm putting that out right now. Anyway, slap. Okay. When people think LinkedIn is a dating site, actually, you never know.
Slap.
Hey, but you never know. Okay, you never know.
But I'm curious who actually reached out to Sharon today.
Wow, I never see that coming. How you can pusing and then whack her. Sharon, a very nice one. Okay, I shall come with an offering next week. Okay, you go and find him, not me. Yeah, I did not say.
In any social media, hey, Junjun, I don't have any habits or engagement. Now you're engaging what? Where got don't have any? Some more watch, some more. I mean, yeah lah, mostly read lah. Some people don't really want to engage and hide behind the scene. It's not wrong per se, but no harm being more generous. People know you're present, right? Then we can kacau you and cucuk you, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, if you are hidden behind the walls, then we don't know. We don't even know you read the stuff. So it's different lah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a bit
There you
lah,
go.
comment a bit
There you are.
lah.
Your comments already
Your comment is already an engagement. You see, you type only, we bring it up already. So soon, right? Shock already.
Stefan, old friend, how are you? How have you been doing? So hope all's
Yeah.
well,
Yeah,
right?
Uncle JB.
Uncle JB, Taiko.
Uncle JB.
So what irks him? People see him only as a potential customer. Ini victim of selling lah tu, of
Yeah.
sales lah.
That's why lah,
Habis.
Steven. Why you dress so kaya raya? See like us? Nobody.
Hey, you don't bring us into this zone, a bit pedas. Okay, later we can kantoi us one. What goes around can come around. You already kantoi Sharon already. Okay. And Cheryl checks in. When people might have the intention to hard sell, but disguise as a friendly outreach. Yeah, it does. Some crypto consultants, and that's a nice way of putting it. You know, if they are just providing consultation to educate, okay lah. But I think there comes to a point where it gets a bit annoying in a sense where clearly it's not something that we are familiar with, and most of us, if not all, just do not have the intention to go into it, you see. So for informational purposes, okay lah, we just stop there lah, and that's it lah. You know, whether or not the person takes it up or not. And Kalong, paling kena rotan, someone connect then send you a sales pitch. Tu lah yang aku kata tadi my post. You know, it's like imagine if there's a
This one cannot use rotan. No, this one you must use the chain with the spike on.
so violent. Ganasnya. Ayo. Oh, you woke up and chose murder this morning, is it? Do you have a very dark coffee? No milk. All right. So lagi. What irks us the most? Let us know your thoughts. But for us, I already mentioned earlier, Eric, your turn. What irks you?
No, I'm very zen. Nothing irks me. Actually, got a few things. But one of the things is like hijacking people's posts on LinkedIn. It's like, I mean, the author writes a post, okay? Any authors write a post, somebody drops the comment, and before the author can actually reach to the comment level, right, to respond, somebody should have hijack and make some comment. I don't know whether it's like a good thing or not, because there is a fine line between, I know Uncle does that all the time. Okay, you feel like slapping him, but it's okay because he's slappable, because I know Uncle, and he genuinely responds on my behalf. Sometimes I tak cukup masa, he go in and cucu and respond all these funny things. All that's because we know one another. That's a different story. And of course, if the connections know one another, then it's all right, because we kind of help one another with the comments and boost the post for visibility and stuff like that. But if somebody comes in the intention to buat kacau, and just to get attention, right, to divert your attention or people's attention on the post to his comment, then I don't think something is right. That itself.
Yeah. Just imagine if you're in a bar, okay, or in a coffee shop, all right. People are having meals or like that. Then you start just going in. Nobody. Or you see a nice, beautiful girl, you feel you may be interested. Can you go over there and then what? Hi, you look very beautiful. I got a big kotek. Should we get married?
Can you like make it less obvious?
Very proud.
Again,
you get my point.
Your
right?
life, you know.
That's a whole point.
You not night ni Mr. Dennis. You know what's Mr. Dennis?
Kasi night Mr. Dennis, then speed off at 180 km. Who's Mr. Dennis?
You know Mr. Dennis. You want to get right by the guy, you know?
No. Why do I want to get ridden by a guy? That doesn't sound right. Oh,
Mr. Dennis is Kak Long's car. He named a car Mr. Dennis.
I need to know what's a car number plate. I see from far, hey, itu Dennis. Go side. So yeah, lah. I mean, you got an idea. So I'm sure that all of us have got our own unique experiences. What really annoys us, what irks us the most. All right. So wow, it's really down to 6 minutes. Adik malu ah. Yeah, I also don't believe it. Aku tak percaya. But here's what we can do. Okay, we've been talking about annoyance that we receive on social media, but there's always something that we can do, right? So this is just one of them that we're gonna be touching on. Do we ghost when necessary? We hate ghosters, right? Especially if you're job seekers, and there's always a notion of recruiters having that bad rap of ghosting job seekers, right? That's it happens, but. It's also up for us to practice that as well when necessary if there's such an action that calls for it. Okay, there's always the block feature on LinkedIn or even any social media for that matter. There's always the report, and then there's a few questionnaires of reporting. Why are we reporting to begin with? So yeah, and there's always an ombudsman who then review our submission. So do we ghost when necessary? Yeah, I mentioned early in the beginning of this broadcast that I don't necessarily accept connection requests simply if there's nothing to do with who we are. The person's all the way in the US and doesn't relate. I don't expect that person to can understand my writing. So so that's me lah. So do you ghost?
So you tak suka hantu lah. Or you nak jadi hantu lah.
Memang aku tak nak suka hantu. Aku tak nak nampak hantu Jangan tu. Yo. You like hantu ah? Siao ah you. Possible.
I mean, hantu is just spirits ma. I mean, they are around. Just whether you see them or not. No, you know.
Hey, come, please come back to this episode. Do we ghost, not that hantu? Walao. Okay, start doing it. So do you ghost? Yeah, let us know. Do you block people?
Adakah anda hantu?
Aku ada berhantu. Aku ada lah.
Ada berhantu? Jadi hantu?
Aku ada.
Malam hantu? Hantu malam. Hantu malam.
You got berhantu or not? Faster.
I don't really ghost people lah. Most of the time, I mean, connection requests, yes. If those I don't know, then I tak layan lah. Because at the end of the day, also tak pernah interact, right? But people whom we are already interacted, the English is so bad. But people whom we already know in the process, and if they do ask something, and I would politely decline, but I will state my reasons why. I'll be very upfront about it as well. I don't hide my words, I don't mince my words. Sometimes it can be quite blunt also, but I try not to ghost that because I need to close the chapter. You see, I cannot leave things hanging unattended. Must end the story. End it already, then if the person is still persisting or very persistent, then that one I ended already, so I ghost. But most of the time, before a conversation ends, I try to end it first.
It takes a lot, for us to decide ghosting people or blocking people or even reporting them for offensive remarks or anything that suggests that direction. It really, really takes a lot. I mean, no one in a sane state of mind would simply just go and do this kind of stuff to others, can. I mean, and all of us are here tonight tuning in. There's easily 25 viewers live right now on LinkedIn. If again, why don't you block us right now? I mean, are we doing something wrong? Right? If we don't, would you in the right state of mind would just simply go and click report us or whatnot? No, right? I mean, so of course,
Okay, go and report you, uncle.
Try. I'm sure that some people reported me. I'm sure. I don't entirely mince my words in my writings anyway. But I try to sprinkle with a sense of humor. I try. So anyway. So we do ghosts, right? We do practice that. I mean, it's there for a reason. The developers of this platform offers it. So clearly it's meant to be used for situations that requires it.
That being said, we are at the end.
PM.
of our last TKSS session. Thank you guys
Kan?
for being part of us for so many years. Lamanya, but for the past few years, since 2020. Now it's already 2023, last 3 years. We'll be moving on to a new chapter. We're going to say goodbye to TKSS. The next round you're going to see us is just going to be the S. Okay? Going to be sarong and slippers.
We will still be doing virtual broadcast
We have
still,
two
but a lot.
S's, one S here and one S there.
Boleh terima.
What?
So we will, most of it we will be broadcasting live on set, all right. But there'll be weeks that we'll still maintain doing what we're doing tonight. So far, we've decided that we'll maintain Mondays at 8 p.m. Same day of the week, same time, with the exception of public holidays falling on that Monday, maybe Labor Day, 1st of May, for example. Then clearly we won't do anything lah. Yeah. So really exciting times, and we want to give a shout out again to Sharon. It's going to be at Iconic, and all the people behind the scenes, our team members. So you know who they are. Selena, Tris, Tyler, Fish, even Yaktong, Karina as well too. Even those that have been with us previously. What a dream come true. So stay tuned, and we'll let you see what's happening just next Monday. Okay. So it's 9:01 p.m. Any last words?
No. I'll see you guys next week. Okay.
Mm.
I don't know how things will run. A lot of hiccups probably, but you enjoy the hiccups.
We're gonna go. We're just gonna go banging, all right? And Langa, if there's hiccups, well, enjoy it, and you'll see.
You
there's
see
no such thing as
Uncle
progress.
with nipple guard and sarongs.
Nonsense! Please don't tell lies, okay? You. All right. So stay safe. Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. What a joy. And this is the last episode of TKSS. For those of you who have no idea what that stands for the last time, it stands for Tok Kok Sing Song.
One more lah, for Sun Chun for dropping the comment.
Okay lah.
Clean up connections, yes. Disconnect, that one I leave it in your own judgment. Ngam one you keep, not ngam one, say bye-bye lah. Okay. But most of the time, good keep the right ones. But until then, see you next week, okay, brother? Bye, guys.
Alright. Take care. Cheers.
Ambil dulu hugs.
So later, I have to hug later. She sent Dennis to me. Aku takut. Baby, flashlight. Woo.
Why yo, Anna? Anna pula.
And
she say hi
all
earlier, no, you're now only appearing. Bye-bye.
Who's this? Don't worry. There's always a recording, all right? It's going to be on
Steven.
Right. Okay. All right, we got to go.
Bye.
Ciao.
I'm going to kiss. Kiss the screen.
I'm trying to find the button. Where is the button? Okay, there we go. Bye.